Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Since the markets are closed today, I thought I'd talk about a few different things. First of all, credit where credit's due. What I've been doing is all based on the No Nonsense Forex method created by VP. Everything that you see on my chart is directly related to his method, so I can't say enough about what he's done. And if you guys are looking for something to do and you've stumbled onto my video and haven't seen his, definitely you need to go and check his stuff out. No Nonsense Forex on YouTube. He also has his blog, nononsenseforex.com. So that being said, go check it out. All credit to VP for that. I'll take a few minutes to have a talk about what you guys see on my charts. I get a lot of questions. Oh, what is this? What is that? Mostly, we've got the algo here, which if you've been following the No Nonsense Forex method, you should all know about how to put that together. But I have a lot of other things on here, and they're basically just tools to make my life easier. They're not required. You guys can do whatever you want, but I'll go over them here. So firstly, I have the ATR in pips indicator on my screen. It just shows me the ATR of the last 14 days on this pair is 85 pips. That's it. I have an indicator that shows me what the actual currency symbol is and the time frame it's on. We all know we trade the daily charts, so not too hard to work out. Lastly, I have an indicator that shows the spread in points, which is not pips, so that would be 2 pips on the screen. Again, I just like to know that what that is. Now, a lot of that info is over here in the No Nonsense Forex Trade Assistant, which you can find on the Discord channel. It shows the ATR, it shows the spread. It doesn't show it right now because the market's closed and this doesn't update, so you have to wait to see that in real time, but I'm sure you've seen it in other videos. Also down here I have a pip counter that shows me how many pips I am in profit or loss on an open trade. Actually, I can show you that now probably. Right. So this particular set of trades is 32.4 pips in profit at the moment. Now that is an accumulated amount of profit because there's 2 trades there. So if I have a look here, yeah, so it's roughly about 15, 16 pips here for this trade. So double that. That's where you get the 32.4 from. Also, I have a countdown timer here. Again, it's not required. Tells me how much time's left remaining on the current candle. The No Nonsense Forex Trade Assistant will also tell you that here. So I just like a bit of visual stuff on my screen. Last one I added recently is this one here. It's called let me actually have a look and see what it's called. It's called candle size, and it tells you how big the current candle currently is. So 97 pips, and I can easily look at this and say, right, this candle is bigger than the average candle size. So and it usually doesn't matter, but if you're going to measure away from your baseline, gives you a bit of an idea how big the candle is. Over here we've got a symbol changer that I like to use. Everyone asks me about this. It's a paid indicator. I know. VP says you don't need to pay for indicators, and he's right. You don't need to pay for indicators. There are free indicators out there that do this. However, that being said, I like this. It does a lot more than what you can see. It also shows the ATR of each symbol here on this screen, so you can get a rough idea. Okay, it says 47 pips up here, but I can look over here and say, well, I want to trade a symbol that has a really high ATR. So GBP NZD has the highest ATR at the moment, so we can look at this to try and catch some bigger runs. This tool does a lot more than that, but it's a paid indicator. If you want to find it, you can go and have a look. It's called the TRO 2017 TRO dashboard. You can look up TRO indicators online. I'm sure you'll be able to find them. They're not that expensive, but you don't need it. You can get 3 symbol changes that will do exactly the same thing. Have a look back here on my chart, and I did show you the indicators I was running, but feel free to have a look here. So in my main indicator window over here, I use the Daily Index as my C1 indicator. I use the Couscous Starlight as my C2 indicator. I have a moving average on there, so when I get a crossover like that, it gives me an idea of a continuation trade. I have the famous TDFI, or Trend Direction and Force indicator, down here, which I use in conjunction with the WAE. Now I might use them separately or together. You can see they kind of trigger around the same time. At the moment, I'm really just using it as a comparison. I'm like trying to work out which one I prefer better. It's important to say that, you know, this whole algo here, it's in the testing stages. So you know, it could change. I could find a better indicator. I'm always testing different indicators and looking at which ones give me better signals. So, you know, don't take this as gospel that, you know, this is the be all and end all of algos. It's in no way that. So, you know, you guys need to, you know, put in a bit of work yourself. Up here I have all averages indicator. I have it on there twice. One is slightly faster, one is slightly slower. I like to use them together, but the faster one is definitely my baseline, as you would call it, from VP. So when I get a base cross, that's it. That's either going to be an exit, or I would have exited out already if there's another reason. In this instance, there's not. If we have a look, so my C1 hasn't crossed. You can see there though that the Couscous has crossed over the moving average. That's not necessarily an exit for me, but when it happens together with a base cross, that's an exit. So then we just wait for a continuation trade, which, as it turns out, didn't happen. And then a bit further on, you can see price has crossed. Oh, sorry, the Daily has crossed, and also the Couscous has crossed over the zero line, and that's basically my signal there. And we can also see, haven't quite got a trigger on the TDFI, but we did get a trigger on the WAE, so that would have been a good enough one for me. I like it when these guys here cross together, but the TDFI is fairly well known for being a bit of a slower indicator, but it usually picks up on a bigger, stronger, more powerful move. So you can see here, this was kind of like a slow grind down. It took a bit for this to kick in, whereas over here we've got a power move going on, and you know, it kicked in straight away in line with the WAE. So that's pretty much how I use those in conjunction together. If anyone has any questions on this, you know, please feel free to hit me up on the Discord. Don't pester me about settings. You know, you guys need to put in a little bit of work yourself, but it's not difficult, and to be honest, most of these are on a default setting, so you should be able to emulate this fairly easily yourself. I hope that that's answered a few of your questions, and I will see you guys again next week. Cheers.